Shutter 16 here with
Blacklist Royals.
Blacklist Royals. All right. Well, it's coming to the end of Warped Tour, getting there at least. How's it been so far?
We've only been on for 5 days, but it's been fucking.
So you're in the beginning of the heat exhaustion.
Well, yeah, we did the whole thing in 2011, so I kind of knew what to expect. But it's been incredibly hot and rainy, and everybody told us that it was really great and comfortable, and it was actually the easiest Warped Tour ever until the day we joined. So I don't know. I mean, seriously, I've had like 5 people.
So like Black Cloud, Blacklist Royals.
Yeah, basically. That cloud that has followed us our whole career has now spread over the entire Warped Tour, I guess.
So, have you guys played today already?
Yeah.
How'd the set go?
It was awesome. Actually, it was the best show that we played during the tour.
Yeah, it's
The
great.
crowd was great and really into it, and
Did
that's
you
all we
catch
can fucking ask.
He caught it. Did you like it?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was over there.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, what is a weird hobby or talent that you guys might have that we wouldn't know about?
Really good at darts.
He's pretty good at darts. Yeah. I don't really have any hobbies
No.
or talents for that matter.
He's a graphic designer.
Well,
He's done a lot of album covers.
So, have you had any formal music training?
No.
No. So it's all trial and error. Like
Yeah, I mean, our
More air.
more error. Yeah, I mean, I think I took bass lessons for like 3 weeks when I was like 16. I just started playing bass, and then I just was like, fuck it. I mean, I taught myself. I played by ear. He taught himself.
So what made this your career choice? Like what? How did this form? How did it become it?
Well, we've always played music together. This kind of formed. We started Blacklist Royals kind of off our first band, but I mean, you know, I think I can speak for both of us when I say we, you know, like growing up, we were never really good at anything. We were never good at sports. We were never good at whatever. And I just remember seeing, it was like all in the same week we heard Pennywise, and we saw a Rancid video a Ruby Soho video on MTV in the morning before we went to school, and we saw Blink-182 doing something. It was just like all this stuff that I was like, I can fucking do that. Like I want to do that. I mean, we kind of did it in the way that like we weren't classically trained. We just were like, well, who's gonna play what, and then we just
Let's do it.
Yeah, I was like, I'll play bass, you play drums, our friends sing, and our other friends play guitar. And we were like, all right, fuck it, let's start the band.
So with that, can you give us a best and worst experience you've had at a venue? I always love these stories. They're wonderful.
I don't think I want to say either.
You can leave the venue name out if you'd like.
I mean, the best to me is always just when it's a great show. I mean, we've had the privilege to play a lot of, like, I mean, to be on Warped Tour obviously, but like we've done a lot of like good festivals in Europe and in the States, and supported a lot of great bands. So I mean, just when there's a bunch of people there and you know they're into it and they connect, and it's I'd say Crossrock 2011 probably best show in recent memory. Or worse though. There's so many worse.
So many.
I literally don't even know where to begin.
Why do you
Say the
tour?
worst
Yeah, right.
is
I don't know.
our first guitar player we ever had when we started Blacklist Royals. There's a show at this place called Springwater in Nashville. It's like a dive bar. It's used to do punk shows, and it's like the most trashy fucking bar like, you can imagine. And his fiance just left him, and came to the show and brought her wedding ring, or the engagement ring back. He put it in his guitar case. He had this beautiful red Hollywood guitar. Somebody stole the fucking guitar from backstage with the ring in it.
We sold a hollow body Gibson with an engagement ring inside of it.
Pretty.
That actually does. That really happened. I'd say that was pretty bad.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
All right. Do you guys work with any nonprofits?
We tried to. He does.
Yeah, I mean, I do individually, like, I work with Live Strong Foundation and, like, Make-A-Wish Foundation and a lot of other cancer organizations, and we've been trying to get the band more into that kind of stuff. We've done some, like, PSAs and shit when we've been out here. I mean, we really like working with nonprofits, and we're really open to doing as much as we can, as long as like we believe in what they're doing, and it's not. I've worked with so many nonprofits that I can get kind of jaded when you really look into it, but there's, for a few bad ones, there's a ton of good ones, and there's some awesome ones out here, and there's some awesome ones around, and we really love that they bring them out here and the kids get exposed to them, and being a part of that.
It's really great walking around and seeing so many tents, nonprofit organizations and crowds coming up, and it's really cool. It's cool to be a part of.
So let me see. This was a fan question. Imagine, I said we're going to Warp. Give me a question for everyone. Imagine you're watching a concert and one of the band members spontaneously combusts. You get called to stage to replace that band member. Who's the band?
Bruce Springsteen.
Fuck yeah.
Ooh.
So who would you replace? Springsteen?
Little Steve, dude, get me a headband,
Yeah.
some silk scarf. Absolutely.
I would say,
I do a pretty good Little Steve impersonation. I'd be all under that shit.
yeah, I would say Springsteen too.
Tom Petty, but like
Petty, Tom Petty.
70s, early 80s.
Or like The Who minus like 2 drum fills and just one song, because that's all I can do.
Yeah, maybe end of the set.
Maybe like half of Bubba Riley.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all I can play.
Okay, so what's the biggest change that has happened within your band? It doesn't have to be a band member leaving. It could be your sound, the style that you write. Like, what do you think has been the biggest change since you started?
All of those. I mean, in 2012, we went in to record our new record, and in that process, we lost our entire band because they weren't really comfortable with the direction we were going, because we changed. Well, I didn't really change. We just were kind of chasing the sound and wanted to, write different types of songs and stuff. And other than just the tour or the pressures of touring and being on the road and not making any money and being a small band, they weren't really as on board with that direction as we were. We recorded the record, we lost the band, we re-recorded the record, we had the new band. I mean, quite a bit has changed. Yeah, like the last year and a half, 2 years.
So how is it now? Has it leveled out? Are you good?
I think we're good. Yeah, I mean, the record's out. We got a new label. I'm extremely happy with it, proud of it. And I mean, honestly, like, it's a struggle. I mean, even for big bands, it's a struggle. For smaller bands, it's always a struggle. But I mean, it was such like a fight to even get this record out and heard and released and whatever. Like, just being able to do that, I feel like some sense of accomplishment. And now it's just like I'm just stoked to be out playing it. It's just nice to be able to play it.
What's your favorite thing to play from the new album?
Probably the title track, "Die Young with Me." It was the first one written like for the record, and it's just cool to like be able to close with it and have a couple people like know what it is.
Yeah.
Is that the same for you?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like you said, our whole new record's kind of centered around that song, and it's nice to, like today, for instance, like play it and see the crowd get into it and like get into the breakdown and all that. I won't go on and on, but it's really validating, you know what I mean? It really means a lot. Like, we know how lucky we are to have anybody come watch us on this.
Yeah, I mean, especially it's a tough tour to do, but it's like, you have to keep it in perspective. Out of all the great, huge, successful bands play today, I mean, if 10 people come take the time to watch our set, I mean, even that, it's like, all right, like, it makes it worth the 15-hour fucking drive or whatever it was. But it's been great, man. It's been really good.
Yeah. Speaking of the littles and the bigs, what is one artist that's huge now that you were just like, how the hell do they make money? Why do they have fans?
Oh,
Seriously, like, come on, bring it.
This is so many.
There's so many.
Let me think.
They're so
Robin Thicke. Like, what
Is that one just like as soon as you see him, he infuriates you?
Well,
makes
he doesn't necessarily. Yeah, I mean, it's just like
some
That
40-year-old
faces the whole thing,
guy
but-
singing about date raping chicks. It's fucking disgusting.
Well, it's like just the culture, man. Like it's changing so much, and I see stuff, and I'm like, oh, this is so sad. And I feel, you know, and a lot of it's because like I'm a little bit older, so it's like, and I remember what it was like to be a teenager into stuff that then when you know you get older and your taste kind of broaden and you revisit that, and you go, this is actually like kind of fucking terrible. You know, and so I'm like, I'm happy that makes them happy or whatever. But the list is so long of stuff that I see, and I'm just like, what the fuck? What is this? Like,
It's gotten so bad. It's a drag.
it just, yeah, it's really, I mean, yeah.
It's not 1996 anymore. Like, there's not much good.
Or 1986, or 76, or 66, or 2000.
2006.
Yeah, right.
There's nothing.
The industry is very muddled down with stuff that I don't call music. I call it, well, you were saying like date raping with Cam, that's basically what it is. So,
I mean, this
That's
fucked
what I
up,
get,
but
right?
it's true. Like, it's fucking crazy.
So how about this one? What is a pop song that no one would ever think that you would like to be down to all the time?
I don't dance, but
He's like, I just twerk, I don't dance.
I don't dance,
He doesn't twerk.
but growing up, Bonfire, I love that song. It's fucking awesome. It's great.
You're like, I'm not admitting it. I'm not admitting it.
But I like.
I mean, what was the question? What pop song do I like?
Yeah, like what kind of like pop out there songs do you really
Like
like?
modern pop?
Yeah.
Shit, I'm trying to think. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I like all music, but there's always
No, like I'm not even just saying that to be vague. It's just like stuff today seems to be so like you hear it and then it's gone, and then I'm like I never even got around to going like I don't know who was that band. There's a lot of and there's a lot of people with like drums in the front of the stage and they're beating on one, and it's like what the fuck?
like Imagine Dragons.
Yes.
Hey, but I will say I think they were the first to do that. Everybody else,
And
come on,
I'll
dude.
say that
Give them their shit back.
Yeah, right.
I saw them on an award show, and I think their music is pretty terrible. But I saw them win an award, and smaller than them, but better than them, and whatever, and it was pretty legit. So I got.
Well, that was legit. I mean, it's just, you know, it's there's so much like flashes in the pan, so to
Yes.
speak. I like good pop music. I like good pop songs. I mean, we try to write catchy songs. I mean, that's just what appeals. I've never been like, it's not like I hear a guitar riff for a solo and I go, oh man, fuck, that's amazing. It's like I listen to like the song, it's catchy, what are the lyrics. So like, you know, you don't got to be in any specific genre to do that. And if Robin Thicke writes an amazing song, I probably wouldn't give him any credit. But like if somebody else does, I'll be like, yeah, man. Like,
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I don't like your band, but that's a fucking great song.
So what are you guys doing after work?
We're going to Europe
There's the beer.
like a week later, yeah.
All right. Well, I think that I'm done then. It was nice to talk to you
Hey.
guys. Anything you'd like to say to?
Just thank you for taking the time to interview us and checking
Thanks
us
for
out.
everybody that watched our set today.
And
Yeah.
Clap along.
come check us out next time we're in Charlotte.
Absolutely. Thank you.
No,
All right,
thank you
I'm
very
gonna
much.